Material Mom here. That's what I named my YouTube channel. Not because I like material things. Because picture this. If your house burned down and all your material things gone, would you be the same person? Yes, you would be. So that is not what I mean by material mom. I mean, I have so much material to share because I've been a mom for a very long time. When you have to start lying about your son's age because he's getting so old? My oldest child is almost 50. They're going to think, how old is your mother? I have to lie about my child's age. Oh, my oldest child, he's only 25. My youngest child isn't even 25 anymore. Anyway, but we all get old. And if one time I told my brother, oh, another birthday, I hate it. And he goes, well, the alternative isn't too great. What's the alternative of another birthday is death. So be happy when you're old and have another birthday and you've gained so much wisdom. Because have you noticed lately these young people are really stupid? The young people, they don't know anything. And the older I get, I look at their parents and their parents are even younger now than they used to be, I swear. So I want to share the material that I have learned in my life, which has been a lot. I've had a lot of experiences. I've had so many funny things that happen, but my life is that way. And if you don't laugh at things, you will cry. So I just laugh at things and try to look at the funny in everything. Because, usually there is something funny about every situation. You can find a laughable thing. So that's what I want to do, is cheer people up and not be boring. Except my grandson came in and said, Grandma, Grandpa's downstairs watching your video. I said, he is? So I went and peeked out there. No, he wasn't. It's like it was on there, but he didn't even recognize me. He wasn't picking it to watch on YouTube. And then my grandson asked him, how come you didn't watch Grandma? It's boring. He said it was boring. His shows are boring because he always watches, if I have to watch one more volcano show or one more geography show and one more rock show, his shows are boring. Anyway, I want my show on my YouTube channel to be fun and entertaining and learning about fun things in life and things that we can do to better ourselves and get through problems. For years, I suffered from depression. If you find yourself crying all the time, you're depressed. I didn't think I was depressed. And my sister came and she said, Angela, that's my name, Angela. My mother didn't really name me Material. My name is Angela. Anyway, she goes, it's not normal to cry every day. I told her, it isn't. She goes, no, you are depressed. You need to be on medication. So we are going to talk all about depression and how to overcome it. And we're going to talk about raising kids, and I'm going to give you tips, the things to help you. I'm going to tell funny stories, the things that have happened, and show you my decorating ideas and my collections. I don't really like collections, but I have a lot of collections. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's junk. My son said, you are a organized hoarder. Well, better than a messy hoarder, I guess. I just like things. They're so beautiful. Anything that sparkles and rhinestones, I like. Anyway, if you're a man, you probably won't like my channel. Sorry. But if you're bored with the man shows, then watch mine. But I want to be a friend to people because, for years, I wanted a friend, but I didn't want anybody coming to my house because maybe I wasn't dressed right or my house was messy or something. Because, it's hard to be perfect. And I just wanted a friend. Or I used to watch QVC channel, them selling things. That's what I would watch for entertainment. I didn't have any money to buy anything. And they got to be my friends, and every day I would just check in on them to see. Then I went to the Bee Gees when they were alive, their channel, and I would see it was more like a news report, what they were doing in their life. That is pitiful. But after soap operas went off, they were our friends for years when we were home with our little kids. We would watch soap operas, and we'd watch them every day. Well, I kind of want to be that for somebody who is retired like me. We're going to talk about a lot of retirement things. We're going to talk about how to do things easier and better and more fun because we're old now. I'm 80. I like to tell people that because then they think I look really good. You're 80, you look good. Yeah, I'm Biden's age. No, I'm not really. I'm 68. I'm gonna be 69. But if you tell people you're 80, you get better reviews. If I tell them I'm 68, they go, yeah, I guess that. If I tell people I have had 6 kids, yeah, you look like it. I can tell you did. Anyway, that's the truth of it. And I am the truth on all things. I don't have much to hide. I like to just come out and say what it is, because it is what it is, right? And everybody's normal. I watch these YouTubes with these perfect people, and everything is just perfect. How could they do that? And they talk, and they stand the right way, and they have the right lighting, the right microphone, the right everything. And, you know, I read all those. I know what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to be way close to the camera. We're supposed to have the right lights. We're supposed to have the wall and a beautiful scenery in the back. I will do that later when I want to, if I want to. But it doesn't really matter. It's more what the content is than what the scenery is. And we can't, you know, I used to live with HUD housing because I used to be really poor, a single mom. And I've been married 3 times. I'm not really that kind of woman, but it just happened. Anyway, so I used to be a single mother with HUD housing. They would come and inspect your house every year. It was horrible. You had to make everything be perfect. If one time my boys got to be teenagers, so they had like shaving stuff out, and the lady came in, whose is that shaving stuff? Because you weren't supposed to have anybody living with you, a man or something, which I wouldn't anyway. But I'm like, that's my son's. He's, 15 now. Anyway, they would come. They'd look at your oven. I want to say, can I come and look in your oven and see what it looks like? And then they would, the men would look more on the outside of the house, inspecting to see if the windows were sealed tight and all that stuff. The women would inspect your house cleaning. And I mean, I'm not a dirty, messy person, but I do have my limits, and I do not spend all my time cleaning because we all know there's more fun things in life to do than cleaning all the time. And what you clean is always someone else's mess, it seems like. So we all are real. And as clean as you could be, if you have the clean house, nobody comes. Then when your house is messy, somebody comes. Isn't that true? It's always been true with me. Dang, if they came an hour ago before the kids got all the toys out, my house was clean. Anyway, I realized all of that stuff. And another thing I realized, I am not beautiful TV material. I got my dad's eyes, I got my mother's mouth and small teeth, I got my grandma's chin and waddle, but nobody is perfect. And now we could all have plastic surgery and be beautiful, except I think some of the plastic surgery people are looking kind of bad. Have you noticed you could tell they've had plastic surgery, and they like the lips, the cheeks, the skin. We could tell. They're trying to trick us, but they're not. But we could all have that. Men could get hair transplants if we all had money. But this is a real world, and we're all real people, and everybody's different. And, you know, when you first meet somebody, you think, oh, they're not very cute. But then when you get to know them and know their personality and their talents and their traits, you just start loving them then, and it doesn't matter. I look in the mirror and I think, how could my husband love me? I am so old and getting uglier, and oh, he did say I was starting to look like my grandma, his grandma. And I said, why do you think I want to hear that? He goes, I loved my grandma. Well, I don't want you to love me like your grandma. I want you to love me like your wife. Anyway, he's on the spectrum, so he does say some weird things sometimes. And I just kind of laugh and have to overlook it. Like, I've been married 3 times, and so sometimes, and I'm his second wife. His first wife died of cancer, but I was divorced. But anyway, you kind of sometimes accidentally call the person by another spouse's name. You can't rewind, so you just go, oh, I always just say, whoever I'm married to right now, you. I'm talking to you. Anyway, he does it too. We just laugh if you call each other by the wrong name. Don't make a fight about it. There's bigger things to fight about. which I wanted to tell you too about the whole idea of learning to live together. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about, oh, I built a house. I want to tell about how mistakes we made when we built this house. My house has like a lot of square footage, and my husband built it so we could build a bigger house because we didn't have to pay the labor. So I want to tell you, if you're building a house, know somebody building a house, you got to listen to that YouTube, because I will teach you a few things. And I'm going to show you my collections, my organized hoarding, mistakes I have made, and my best decisions in life. I have a few of those. Funny stories, how to make my grandkids love me. That is not hard to do, but I'm going to do a YouTube about it. Anyway, I have a whole book here of things that I've been kept in my life, my favorite things in life that I want to share, because maybe they'll be your favorite things. Life Made Easier, and I have a lot of show and tell things. I need a drink, a dry throat. Some medication makes you have dry throat. I like to use that for an excuse. Oh, it's my medication. Really, it's just I need a drink. And then I want to talk about money, saving money ideas. Well, I don't have too many of that. I have ways to save money so you can spend it on other things you want to spend money on more than what you have to spend money on. I got notes. So we're going to talk about that. Christmas ideas. I got a lot of those. Not what you think. I'm not going to teach you Christmas crafts, Christmas crops. I don't really like, I like to wear it more than hang it. So I don't really like crafts too much, but if it's going to save me money, I'll make my own instead of buying it. And like things I wasted money on. Do you have a list of that? And things I've told my children when I raised my children, what I told, and I'm cooking and sewing and outdoor tips. We have a tree house. I want to show you my tree house, but we live in Wyoming, so it's snowing. I can't show you my tree house until spring. I should have started my YouTube channel sooner so I could take you to the tree house. But it's really cool. It has a swinging bridge to go out to it and everything. My husband built it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so I have a lot of things to show you and teach you and have fun and be your friends. And back to being, I know how I've read about and watched YouTube's how to film a YouTube channel, but it probably is very unprofessional. So don't make fun of me about that. Don't make fun of me that I'm ugly and who do I think I am, old lady on here. I don't really care. And one guy told me, because, you know, I tell people in my town, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And this one guy has one, and he goes, well, I don't do it anymore. I said, why? Tell me. He said that he gets so many people on the comments that say bad things about him. Because his was about raising rabbits and stuff, and I guess they would say mean things about how he did it or comparing him to a rabbit or something. I don't really know. So I maybe won't even read the comments. No, I probably will be too curious and I will read them. But the thing is, try to be nice. Because that's naughty to be mean. Some people like to be mean though. Because my sister, she was kind of hyperactive. When she was little, she said she liked being mean. It was fun to be mean. I think that's what people do on here. They make comments and they like to be mean. They like to be opposite, defiant, and so they like to say rude things. So I got to learn to not care about it. I don't really care because, you know, things that you say isn't going to affect my life one bit. I'm really fine and happy in my life, so I know I'm not beautiful, skinny, or everyone, there's always someone better than me, but there's also somebody worse than me. We all have those same issues. If you sit in the parking lot and look at people, or go to a school, or go to church, or whatever, and you look at people, how many people do you see that are beautifully movie star ready? Not very many people that are like, you know, those gorgeous people on TV, models and stuff. It isn't really real, because real is what we all look like. I've accepted that and learned. So, I got to finish this up because I don't want it to be boring. And I'm going to be trying to do a video on my book, to do all the videos in my book that I have planned. When my book's empty, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be dead then, maybe. And I don't have that much, unless I die young. Some people I hear died, and they're my age, and I think, oh, I would hate to be dead now because I still have a lot to do. I got a lot of grandkids to see and get married, and I have great-grandkids. I'm not ready to die yet. Anyway, we will talk about death, too, because I have some things to say. I had a child die. I had a mom and dad die. We're going to talk about death. Anyway, I'm going to list, when I post the thing, what it's really about. So I'm not going to do any of those clickbaits to get you to click on it, and then it's not true. Don't you get mad about that? It's like they wasted my time. How dare they do that? There should be a law against that, a YouTube law. I bet there is somewhere. There should be. All right. Okay, it's almost bedtime. Well, it's only 5:30. But the clocks just changed, and it's kind of throwing me off. And sometimes in the winter, I like to go to bed at 5:30 because I have an electric mattress pad. When you first turn it on, it kind of feels like you're frying right on a fry pan because it's so hot, but then you get used, it's better after a little bit. And then it's just cozy in there, and I like my bed. And then I don't go to sleep till 2 in the morning, but I like to go to bed early, but not at 5:30. And then when you're fat, you can't wait to get your nightgown on and get those clothes off. If you're not wearing sweats and something comfy. Do you have that problem ever? Yeah, I've had about every problem you can think of. So we're going to talk about all of that. Anyway, that is what my YouTube channel, Material Mom, is going to be about. And I'm excited to do it, even though nobody's listening. What if nobody ever listens? That's fine, because it's therapy for me. And I got to get it all out and have a friend. My camera is my friend. That is sad, sick. Is that why YouTube people do it? Is because they don't have a real friend? I have a very big family. So all my big family is my friend. If I want a friend, I can invite one of them over and they'll come over. I have 3 children, grown children, and their families live in town. Well, no, I have 4. My husband's son lives in town too. Oh, that's terrible that I didn't mention him. Anyway, and then I have grandkids that are married, and if I'm lonely, I can call them over. But if I call them over, I might have to feed them. So, YouTube is a safe bet for a friend. They can't come over here and use me and borrow my things. They can't stalk me. They can't, oh wait, maybe you want them to stalk you on YouTube. I want YouTube stalkers. I did have a stalker one time. I'm going to tell about that too. That was horrendous. And he ended up in jail for 14 months. You're going to love that story. Well, I shouldn't say that because it's a sad story. We don't want to hear sad stories, do we? Sometimes makes us feel better, I think, yeah. We're going to be real. All right, that's it.